Hey folks, in honor of St. Patrick's Day, I'm sharing my Irish stew recipe. Well, it's actually not my recipe, it's actually Donncha and Cathy Carroll's recipe. They shared it with me a couple years ago. Good neighbors of mine here in Chicago. Really good stuff, and here's how it goes together. I start off with 6 cloves of garlic. I'll smash them, peel them, and chop them up nice and finely. I have about 1.25 pounds of stewing beef that I'm going to slice into about 1-inch cubes. I'll take all that over to my pot. In my large pot here I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm going to add in there all of my beef. And I'm going to add on top of that maybe about a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. And I'm going to saute that for a good 5 minutes until the meat is nice and tender. And then to that I'm going to add my garlic. And I'll stir that for about another minute. Get all that sort of blended nice and evenly. 1 tablespoon of sugar goes in along with 1 cup of red wine. Then I've got 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I've got some Guinness, yay. About a cup of Guinness goes in there. I also have 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire Sauce. I've got 2 bay leaves I'll put in there, and I've also got 6 cups of beef stock. And rather than chopping up thyme, I just bundle together a bunch of thyme and toss it in there. I'll take it out at the end. Stir all that together, I'll bring it to a boil, and then I'll let it simmer for about an hour. Now, next I'm going to peel about 3 pounds of potatoes. I'll slice them and cut them into 1-inch cubes. I'll put them onto a baking sheet here. And I've got some fresh rosemary. I'm going to mince that nice and finely, about a tablespoon worth. I'll put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil on my potatoes, sprinkle the rosemary on top, toss all that together. I'll preheat my oven to 350 degrees, add 2 more sprigs of rosemary, and that'll go in the oven for about 40 minutes, and I'll stir it a couple times while it's in there. And separately I'm going to do carrots and onions. I've got about 2 cups of carrots and 1 large onion that I'm going to chop up. And then in my large pan I've got 3 tablespoons of a really good butter that I'm going to melt down. I'll add in my onions and my carrots, and I'm going to saute that probably for a good 20 minutes until everything is nice and tender. And here's a nice little close-up of that, nice and tender. Now back to my pot, I'm going to add those sauteed vegetables. I'm going to add in my potatoes. And I'm going to also add in about 1/4 cup of good Irish whiskey. I'll stir all that together and I'll simmer it for about another 40 minutes. And here's my Irish stew. I think the rosemary and the Guinness add a really nice flavor. And the Irish whiskey isn't bad either. Give it a little taste here. So good. This recipe, as always, is on our website at waynesweekend.com. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for this and a whole lot of other fun stuff still to come. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll see you again next time.